Hello, welcome to Cycling Tips. I'm Dave. We're at another bike launch. Okay, hello, so I am off the back already, but I have come down to the Surry Hills in the UK, and I've been invited here by YT, a brand many of us roadies might not be too familiar with, because, well, it's a mountain bike brand, but they are entering the gravel market. So let's check out what a mountain bike brand are bringing to the gravel scene. Alright, we're here with Fragile Frank.
Yeah, thank you very much.
He's one of the men behind the design team. Right, run us through the bike. How long has it been in development?
Yeah, first of all, hi, my name is not Fragile Frank, even if I'm not being able to ride due to an injury, but I got a nickname somehow. Yeah, the development of for the new bike, which is, we call it our Szepter. The development took us nearly 3 years now, with a lot of test riding and wrapping our head around a new category, which is really exciting for us. And yeah.
So why did you enter the gravel market? Why? Because you're predominantly, well, you are a mountain bike brand, aren't you?
So the idea developed when we detected back in the day something alien in our what we considered territory. Yeah, we got very excited to figure out what's going on there. Tested and wrote everything you can get at that point, and we figured out we do see some space for improvements, and when it comes down to having fun on the trail, that's where we at best.
So you tested a bunch of bikes over the period, got a load in.
Yep.
Had a play about on them and went, there's something missing, something that we want to do that would fit in there. Right, what is that something?
There's a lot of some things.
Yeah.
So, but we can nail it down. In general, it's it's the all-over geometry and the frame construction and the bits and pieces and components. What it takes to have fun, so to speak. The basic idea behind that bike is like our slogan is amplifying riders' confidence. Okay. And therefore we tweaked the geometry in terms of we enlarged the wheelbase, like so to say, we increased the reach, we slackened the head tube angle like down to 69 degree. We steepened up the seat tube angle, which is really important because it's not a downhill bike, it's a bike to ride fast on trail and uphill too. And I think the biggest thing is this, I would claim so far, maybe I'm wrong, but that's the first bike which is designed around the suspension fork, which is a big thing. With that decision, you're ending up in like, you have to reconsider how to construct the gravel bike, what's about the geometry. You have to take care of the stack because the suspension fork has a higher installment length. You have to tweak the cockpit. That's why we have chosen drop bar with less drop and all that stuff. So there's a very long list what you have to consider. Have real fun on a gravel bike on trails. And not only on trails, because it rides damn good on the road too.
We've got two models then.
Yeah.
You've got Core 3, Core 4.
Yeah, two different price points.
Right, give us the price points, give us the specs.
Oh, thank you very much for running through the numbers. First of all, both versions features our highest carbon fiber frame technology frame, which is the Ultra Modulus. So no compromises on the frame, even if it's different price points. Let's start with the Core 3. It comes, or both versions coming with electronical shifting, so no wires, no hassle with the wires on both versions. We decided to go with the latest technology from SRAM, latest products from the Explorer series. Both bikes, like I mentioned before, do feature suspension fork, which is the Rudy. On Core 3 is the Rudy, on Core 4 is the Rudy Ultimate. Both bikes coming with WTB aluminum wheels, Speed Terra and Pro Terra, WTB tires to generate right amount of grip. For the rest of the componentry, we decided to go with the latest Szepter Gravel products like cockpit, handlebars, seat post, and a Core 3. Core 4 at least features the complete Explorer products, like as there are is the electronic dropper post, which is super awesome and super helpful for riding trails and having fun on trails too.
Talking about hitting the trails, let's get out on them. Oh, it smells in here. Yeah.
We spotted what you need. Just little mountain bike skills coaching.
All right, review time, people. I've been out 2 days riding around, and well, let's sum it up in 2 words for starters. It's a mountain bike brand, isn't it? And well, YT is all about fun. So the bike is fun. It's also confidence inspiring. So I suppose that's 3 words, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, fun, confidence inspiring. Let's delve a little bit deeper though. Yes, 2 days out on the bike, and well, they've took us on a plethora of trails. Stuff that I would say isn't usually the domain of a normal gravel bike. But this thing handled it without worry. And the reason for that is, well, because it feels like they've not compromised on their initial design plan, which is basically building a bike for getting out, having a blast, having a good time. They have not worried about designing it for long days in the saddle, but you can do that, or going out on massive marathons for multiple days by riddling it with a load of rivets for bags and stuff. As they told me in the presentation, there's plenty of options out there to strap bags all over the place. So you can do all that, but they have not gone down the route of thinking that they need to add them sort of features to their initial design plan. Now, the only other mountain bike brand I can think of that's come at the gravel scene from the other direction is Santa Cruz, and that was a few years ago. But these guys have definitely taken their mountain biking DNA and poured it into this gravel bike, because I would say it's a sort of bike that excels out on the trail. It is big bags of fun, but as I said before, it's no slouch on the road. It's not the whippiest, it's not the fastest out on the road. It's a bike for using those tarmac sections to get from one good gravel section to the next without feeling like a slug. Now, I've always been a little bit against suspension forks on a gravel bike. I've thought, go and buy yourself a hardtail. But after using this thing, I'm a convert for sure. As I said, it's managed stuff that I would not see many other gravel bikes taking on. And in the process, it's put a massive smile on my face. Price point is acceptable. There's bikes out there that don't have suspension fork, but with very similar specs, that come in at about the same price. So to get a gravel bike with a suspension fork and the Axis Force or Rival group sets and a dropper post on the top model, and it's still to come in at a competitive price, is pretty impressive. Do we need to talk about them fenders? Yeah and no. I weren't so keen on the look of them at first, but it's definitely growing on me. As for tyre width, they claim front and rear you can fit a 45 in there safely, which should be more than enough for most people. They reckon if you want to go any wider, well, you're probably going on a bit more wild stuff, so you might be wanting a hardtail mountain bike. There's not a lot to dislike about the bike at all. Out on the road, yeah, it does a good job. Even with the wide tyres on that slack head tube, when dashing down tarmac sections, you didn't get that bob and weave. It's a very well balanced bike. It did feel a little bit weighty uphill, didn't feel like it's kicked underneath you like some of the road gravel bikes. All in all, I'm going to stick with them 2 words that I said earlier: fun and confidence inspiring. Maybe a little bit too much confidence inspiring, Let us know what you think in the comments. Let us know what you think of YT entering the gravel scene. And as always, do the old subscribe, like, clicky, heart, you know what I mean. Enjoy your riding and thanks for watching. Done and dusted, I think.